I'm Stephen Wolf from Cornell University, the Department of Natural Resources. I'm a professor of environmental policy and environmental governance, and this year I'm the administrative lead in the NFLC. I'm one of the Cornell partners in NFLC, joined by Nima Kudva, Becky Stolfitz, and Andrew Wilford. We've just completed last night the second batch of students for NFLC, and so it's a wonderful occasion. Both the Keystone students and the Cornell students accomplished significant things in the classroom and in research, and now we look ahead, both to the great things they'll do in the future and to year 3 of the NFLC.
So what inspired Cornell University to think of the Field Learning Centre outside the North Americas?
In fact, Pratim Roy, the executive director of Keystone, was really the engine behind the NFLC, but he approached us with an idea that came at a good time. Cornell is very eager to advance programming in sustainability, defined broadly to include economic development, social progress, as well as ecological conservation. At the same time, Cornell wants to enhance our international engagement and get students outside the United States to enhance their education and their employment prospects and their own worldview. And also we aim to build new relationships with communities to advance social change and ecological conservation. And so Keystone and Pratim came with this idea for a field learning center. It fit with the ambitions of the individual faculty who've chosen to participate, and it fits within the larger changing mission of Cornell University. So for us, it's a perfect fit.
So, sir, what made you choose Keystone as a partner of this venue, sir?
The location of Keystone and their 20 years of engagement and the programming and the quality of the staff that they have and the ability to build and sustain relationships with communities, particularly Adivasi communities, is very attractive. It's very important for us to partner with strong organizations who can help us. And at the same time, we aim to help organizations where we see an opportunity to make a difference. And we believe that Keystone is hungry to have more engagement in research, and that is the expertise that Cornell brings to the partnership. And Cornell aims to have closer and more meaningful relationships with communities, and Keystone makes that possible.
And what made the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve unique in this learning center, sir? Like, what is the thing you find unique in this learning center?
The Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve was created in recognition of the unique ecological diversity as well as the socio-cultural diversity. It's also a very pleasant place to be for myself and for our students. But the ability to have so many diverse peoples and diverse ecosystems in close proximity to the campus provides a unique opportunity for research and for education. The UNESCO creation of the Biosphere Reserve is a testimony to its special status, and we're happy to have the opportunity to use it as part of the Field Learning Center.
So, what is the goal of this NFLC, sir? Like, do you have any goals that related this NFLC, and how far have we managed to get on this road?
We have many goals, perhaps too many goals. The goals of education, both for Keystone students and Cornell students, stand on their own. Also, education for the Cornell faculty and the Keystone staff. They're important learners. It's not all about the students. Additionally, we aim to advance research, scientific research in keeping with the programs of the professors who are involved, and applied research and policy-relevant research, and research that has meaning for the communities that are our partners in this research. Additionally, we aim to strengthen Keystone as part of their evolving strategic planning. We want to strengthen Cornell and allow Cornell to demonstrate its relevance in the 21st century in places outside of the United States in a broad range of social problems. And the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve and our partnership with Keystone offers us an opportunity to do that. Your question asked about where are we on this journey. And where we are is we're in the beginning. And research is by nature a critical activity, so we're always critical, maybe too critical. I think with respect to the education, we're meeting many of our goals. With respect to the research, I have questions about how well we're doing at present and whether we're on the track to make significant progress. I'm confident that over time we'll get it right. But at present, we're at the early stages, so we have to be patient.
Okay, sir. As you told, the mentors have some different roles. I'm just asking you this question, what are the roles of the mentors, both in Cornell and also in Keystone, sir?
Well, there's many people involved, and it's a diverse group. An easy way to answer your question is through reference to the disciplinary background of the professionals working in the program. Professor Rebecca Stolfitz represents global health and nutritional science, and she's working with a variety of Keystone staff in that programming area. It's a new program area and an exciting one inside Keystone, and I think SNE is taking the lead, and I think it has an exciting future, particularly because it's an area of great importance and where there's a lot of funding to be quite practical about it. Andrew Wilford is a cultural anthropologist, and he's partnered with the Indigenous Peoples Program as well as the Wellness Program, an additional health program. Keystone has some depth in this area, and I expect it to grow in the future. Nima Kudva from the Department of Planning and the College of Art, Architecture and Planning is interested in urbanization and its relationship to water, sanitation, and waste management. And Keystone again has interests in this area, particularly through the work in Kannur. And myself interested in environmental policy, particularly land and land politics, working with the Livelihoods Program here at Keystone offers exciting opportunities. Apart from these individual research specializations, we aim to have an integrated curriculum and offer support to the students and the research programs that is integrative and cross-cutting. And that's the responsibility of the program administrator. This year it happens to be myself. Next year it will be Nima Kudva. And here at Keystone, I understand that Pratim Roy and Anita Verghese have responsibilities for leadership and integration.
So, sir, now the second batch of NFLC has completed now their convocation yesterday, and they have got their certificates. So, how do you think this course, the NFLC is NFLC getting benefited to them, both the Cornell students and also the Indian students? How is it benefited?
Yeah, it's an important question, and it's a question that will take time to answer. For some students, we may see immediate benefits and immediate payoffs. For others, it could take some time. I think the benefits could be quite direct and the benefits could be indirect. With respect to the Cornell students, from the first batch, 2 of the students are now completing honors theses. This is a significant piece of research and writing. One of them is also completing a research presidential fellowship. And this is 3 out of 6 students who've taken the Keystone experience, built upon it to produce something quite special. In the second batch, those who've just graduated yesterday, I have very strong belief that at least 2 or perhaps 3 or more will complete honors theses at Cornell. So on that side, it looks very positive. Where they go from their educational program, how NFLC is incorporated into their profession, into their professional practice, into their role as a citizen, into their role as a parent, this only the future will know. On the Keystone side, I know of some great successes already. For example, in year 2, Subin has now moved into a graduate research program on development. Perhaps there's other successes that I can't remember at this time. My understanding is that the NFLC experience is going to open doors and stimulate new thinking for some students, but not all students. We can't expect every student will have a transformational and important life-changing outcome as a function of participation. That's asking too much. I think if we can offer a positive experience during the 15 weeks to all students, they can learn something, they can meet some people, imagine themselves in different roles in the future. This is positive. Whether they transfer directly into new professional roles, I think that's asking a lot.
So, we have a lot of rules and regulations to get into this course, sir. So, how it is formulated, or the curriculum formulated, both in the for the foreign students and also the Indian students in the NFLC?
I'm not familiar with the Indian administrative system for education, so it's very difficult for me to say how the NFLC experience and how the structure of NFLC contributes directly to increasing the possibility and probability that NFLC graduates will find their way into university. I would like to think that the experience strengthens their generic competencies in terms of English language, working in teams, familiarity with basic concepts of sustainability, computer access and technology. With respect to the American students, graduate school, I think, is in the future of many of these students, and I think the type of integrated program, I think the opportunity for developing self-confidence, I think the opportunity for participating in an interdisciplinary international program will be received very warmly by the people reviewing applications for graduate school. This is the kind of grounded, hard-hitting, cutting-edge program that helps these students differentiate themselves in a competitive context.
So, what is the difference in the NFLC, and what does this NFLC goals in other departments involved in this NFLC, sir?
At present, as I mentioned previously, our core team consists of an anthropologist, a planner, a global health scholar, and myself in environmental policy. We are now in the process of trying to recruit and build this team, both to deepen our expertise in these core areas and to broaden our expertise in complementary areas. Specifically, right now, we're working to identify an ecologist at Cornell who can join us to strengthen the ecology program here in Keystone and in NFLC. That's one example. Over time, we expect the faculty leaders to change and evolve. Hopefully, we can have a group that works well together, that complements each other, and complements what Keystone is accomplishing on the ground in NFLC.
So, sir, as you told expectations, what do you expect from the students who can apply for this?
Yes. So, right now, we're engaged in recruitment for next year, Batch 3. And we're thinking very carefully about what attributes these students bring that can strengthen the program and enhance the positive experience. The students who apply are very important to us. We're very much interested in identifying students who bring strength to the program, but also students who take away new strength from the program. We don't just want to select the best, strongest students who've already had the most experience and the most opportunities. It's hard to add value to those students. At the same time, we have to bring students in who have some capabilities, some confidence, some communication skills.
So, how do you think the target community or the villagers or the people get benefited because of doing this research?
I think that the question of how people in the villages where we're conducting research benefit is a very important one. I think we have not yet realized our goals or our potential in this respect. In terms of having young people come from the villages to participate, I think they are beneficiaries and their families are beneficiaries and their villages are beneficiaries. I think the question about the research and how that's contributing, I have deep questions. And again, we must be patient and not expect to have achieved our goals in just 2 years. Over time, with the help of the communities, with the engagement of the communities, to help us understand what questions to ask, how to ask these questions, what types of inputs would benefit them to gain new perspective, new power. That's where we need to go. At present, the outputs of the research and the strength of the dialogue with the communities needs to be deepened and improved, and I think we're on a track to make these improvements, but it will take time.
So, what field of research other than the current one undergoing or undertaken would you like to see in the students involved in?
Yeah, thank you, because I'm very interested in 2 areas, and I think my colleagues might name different areas, and that's the beauty of NFLC. We all come with our own background and our own biases. For me, I would like to see the research program get involved with Last Forest Enterprise and the enterprise part of Keystone. I think non-timber forest products and adding value to those products and bringing them to the market offers very exciting opportunities for the villages and also for the students and for research as well. Secondly, I think we need to strengthen our ecology programming. Right now, we're working on wildlife with respect to the Gore in an urban context and urbanizing with respect to Kotagiri. I would like to see us get involved in more basic ecological work around forest health, biodiversity, and so forth.
So there are like 9 undertaken projects have been selected for engaged students in this one. Like, what do you think are the reasons of NFLC being one of them?
The portfolio of the Engaged Cornell program is very interesting. They also, like NFLC, have a very broad and integrated mission. Some of the Engaged projects are about economic development and community engagement in New York State, in industrial communities that have problems of unemployment, poverty, child malnutrition, and so forth. Our program was selected because it's a very, very strong program and recognized in Cornell as a leading program. Very few programs at Cornell, if any, cut across 4 colleges and 4 disciplines. Also, the quality of Keystone as our international partner distinguishes us. Cornell is very hungry to demonstrate their relevance in the areas of sustainability, international development, and community-engaged education and research. NFLC offers Cornell a great opportunity to fly their flag high, and we're happy to play that role.
So what do you think as like a long-term impact on this NFLC?
Yeah, again, only time will tell. I think the NFLC is going to have impact at many levels. The individual students who participate, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are going to have a transformational, life-changing experience. They're going to find their professional identity. In fact, I recall now one of our students from Batch 1 is moving to India under the Tata program at Cornell. That's a big move for someone from the United States, a young person. Additionally, in terms of the transformational potential for individual faculty, this in some ways has enriched my life and diversified my research program. My colleagues Nima Kudva and Andrew Wilford, I believe, intend to spend more time with their families in India, and Rebecca Stolfitz and her program are engaging, as well as Suvakant Swain, have great opportunities for professional development, intellectual stimulation, building friendships and partnerships and projects that enrich their lives and perhaps advance their professional careers. I think that the extent that a program like NFLC can transform Cornell, no. Cornell's too big. It doesn't work that way. But we can do our part. We can be part of the international portfolio of education. We can be part of the portfolio of community-engaged research. And we can be part of the portfolio of sustainability. And in that way, we play a role in the organization trying to achieve its mission. Similarly, it's not for me to say how NFLC advances Keystone. I'm not a Keystone staff member, but my hope is that it really does help them achieve their goals. I hope it strengthens them internally. I hope it opens up new partnerships that create new opportunities.
So, like, you have been speaking to me for like this long time. So, what is the message that you give for the both Cornell students and the Indian students who have completed that?
Well, for those who have completed it, I hope that they cherish the experience. I hope they maintain some of the friendships. And I hope the United States students will come back to India. And I hope the Indian students will have a chance to visit the United States. I hope that they're able to take one or more pieces of their experience and build on it for what comes next. And what comes next will be different for each student. But I believe that something has been offered to them, and I hope they seize the opportunity.
So you have been speaking to me for like this long time with your precious time, and you have to get back also. So it was really thankful for you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, and the precious time is well spent. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.